Hi guys, hope you're good. Just about on time. Aeon says hi, Fish says hi. The first normal message before the craziness starts. Ikram says hi. Pro Skill says hello with quite a few O's. How you doing? Any more speeches? Or have the presentation ceased? Charlotte says hi, how are you? Derwood says hello, how are you? Hope you're good. How are we feeling about this match? Are we nervous? I'm slightly nervous. Slightly nervous, and slightly whatever happens will happen. Interesting that Gakpo's dropped. Verts is playing on the left. Let me set this timer. You know how everything works until you press the go live button, then stuff decides to go to shit. How are you, Pixel? I hope you are good. How goes the Football Manager, the Crystal Palace save? Hope that's going good. Crossbar Robertson, cleared. Oh, where's the effing timer, man? Like 1 minute, 10 seconds-ish. For me, anyway. But yeah, 66 is not playing. Kind of what I expected. Ooh, back heel by Ekitike. But saved by what's his name, Courtois. Yeah, 66 is not playing. 66 is on the bench, which is pretty much what I had expected. I think he will probably come on, given where this fixture is. I think he'll want to come on, but I'm not surprised that he's not starting, to be honest with you. To be 100% honest with you. I saw his mural got defaced. The thing is, if you're going to deface a mural, yeah, and again, not that I'm an expert in defacing murals, because I'm not, don't use water-based paint, because that's just going to wash off. I mean, pay the extra money to get an oil-based paint at the very least, because oil-based paint is a pain to wash off. If you want to wash off oil-based paint, you gotta use oil. It was. That's giving a bit of trouble, but there's nobody near him. There's 4 Madrid players on him, but there's no Liverpool players giving him support. Pro Skill says Liverpool delivery into the box is bad. Their midfield movement is nice. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Speaking of movement, I think this is a game that needs Sabazlai to be on form. Gonna need his energy and his pressing 100%. Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, or Benil Dariush. I mean, probably Charles Oliveira. I can't lie. I feel like Oliveira is kind of overrated. But he's better than Gaethje, who's also overrated. Benil, I don't feel is particularly overrated or underrated. But yeah, I'd probably go for him, to be honest with you. Vert's causing a lot of trouble down the left. Which is what you want to see. Pro Skills knows Real Madrid are playing, but he's nervous for them. Nice. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want them to be nervous. We want them to be afraid. I don't have the audio on naturally. Is the crowd in for it? I presume they are. It tends to be after 20 minutes they lose their voices. So I presume the crowd are in for it. Yeah, let's see. Liverpool are pressing quite high, so that's positive. Pixel says Diaz goal. Who's Diaz? Who's this? Who is that guy? Does he play for like? Who else is playing today? Is he Atletico Madrid player? Sporting maybe. Sporting versus Juventus. Oh, Bayern, nice. It's Diaz guy. Sounds like a pretty good centre forward if this is who we're talking about. Definitely not a left winger, because that's impossible. Yeah, Bayern. Yeah, I know who it actually is. That's my problem. I'm very good at keeping a straight face, so then people think I'm dumb. It gets me into trouble all the time. I can't lie. So Bosley needs a haircut. Can't lie, I'm not digging the curls. But yeah, Diaz scored already. Against PSG away from home. Was it a good goal? I mean, a goal's a goal, I guess. Pro Skill says lol. Not terrible, not terribly great, but good composure. Fair enough. A goal's a goal at the end of the day. And to be honest, he seems to be getting quite a few of them. So it's nice to see him settling in well. And the thing is, against PSG, you can't use the excuse that it's a bad league. Bundesliga's not that good. Because it's PSG. And it's PSG away from home. Sorry, PSG are at home, so yeah, there can't really be any excuses about that, I'm afraid. Even for Porto, Diaz was good in Champions League nights. Yeah, he's definitely a night owl. He isn't a early morning type of guy. He didn't particularly like the 12 o'clock kickoffs. But in the evenings, he would come alive. So, yeah. Free kick to Real Madrid, which I'm not very happy about. Pro Skills predicts Bayern to be in the Champions League final this year. Oh, the final, okay. Who would you predict is the other team that they would be up against? There's also rumours that it might be, what's his name? It might be Harry Kane's last season. He might be off. Rumours he might go to, what's his name? Barcelona. Rumours he might go back to Spurs. Apparently he has a reduced release clause for this year, so let's wait and see what happens. I don't like Ekitike with the short hair. It just doesn't suit him at all. He needs to go back to the curls. But yeah, after 5 minutes of pressure, it seems to be Real Madrid have started to come a bit more into the game last few minutes. Jonathan says, "Hi everyone, it's me, Jonathan. How are you? Hope you are good. Did you see the video I sent you where I had to figure out a chess puzzle?" I was like, I need Jonathan's help for this. He is the chess expert. I don't know what I'm doing. But I was surprised that I figured it out, I can't lie. The ball hits the referee gets in the way, and the referee stops the game. Well, that is fantastic. Pro Skills other final team is hard to guess. Only one prediction. Fair enough. So you think Bayern will get there, and it'll be somebody else. It's a good prediction. To be fair, they've got a good team, got a very good forward line. the rest of the team is not too shabby either. So it's a good prediction. Kane is in top form this year. He is. Ooh, shot by McAllister. Just goes over. This is alright so far. The good thing about Real Madrid as well is that they will come to play. They won't just sit back. So that probably feeds into Liverpool's hands. Jonathan said, did you fail NNN? Not yet. I was going to say now that you're here, I might, but then that's probably a bit weird thing to say. Charlie says, hi, how are you, Charlie? I hope all is good with you. If he goes back to Spurs, they won't win anything anymore. That is true. Ooh, Ekitike versus... Harry Kane has won a trophy now, hasn't he? Yeah, he won the German league. Maybe the combination of Harry Kane and Spurs, that's the cursed combination. So Harry Kane without Spurs, he'll win a trophy. Spurs without Harry Kane, they win a trophy. But yeah, the combination together, that is a cursed combination. Jonathan says you will lose 4-1. Thank you for the support as always, Jonathan. I don't know what I'd do without your support, but I'm glad you're keeping it real. Pixel says lol. Yeah. It takes a few minutes for the inappropriate comments to leave. It's like if you ever turn up at work on Monday at 9 o'clock, you'll just be telling people to F off, and then eventually you become a bit more professional. It's the same thing when you're on a stream. Charlie says, come on Liverpool FC. Damn right. Have you got a prediction today, Charlie? I got a weird feeling Liverpool will win, but if they don't win, I will change that prediction and pretend I never said it. But I think Liverpool will win today, you know. I might go for 2-1. What do you think, Charlie? And have you had any adventures recently? You must tell us. Charlie's doing good. That is good to hear. Pixel says, "Are you getting Football Manager?" It's on my list. It's on my list to get. Is it out? Is it out yet? I saw some like adverts for it today, or should I say some commercials for it today. So I might check it out. Jonathan failed NNN on the first day. I'm not surprised. Was it like within the first hour of the first day, or is that, oh, am I being a bit too specific? But I appreciate the honesty. Pro Skills says, "Whoa, I think I should quit this Madrid and Liverpool match and watch Bayern. They are playing amazing. Have they scored again? Do not tell me they've scored again." Nah, it's still 1-0. But to be honest, there probably will be a fair amount of goals there. It came out today. Interesting. It's on Game Pass, isn't it? I think I've got another few weeks of Game Pass, so I might check it out there. The thing is, I find it quite hard to multitask with the games. Like I can generally play one game at a time. So I'm playing that horror game, Tormented Souls 2. It's pretty good. But I think I might have to check out Football Manager if my Game Pass is expiring. So I'll check it out, and then if it's good, which I'm sure it is, I can just buy it permanently. Charlie's prediction: Liverpool 6, Real Madrid 0. Wow. I mean, if it's 6-0, I think that will be. Will that be more memorable than the United 7-0? Who knows? But yeah, I'd take half that, to be honest. I'd take a 3-0 and be happy. Pixel failed NNN when he saw Diaz. his goal. I'm sure Lucho will be very happy about that. Robertson's quite wide on the left. I thought he was going to put a cross in, but he just ended up passing it back. To be honest, I was going to say that, but I was like, Jonathan will probably say it for me. Pro Skills says, no, their pressing has been excellent. Nice. It's always a tough one though, because like at the start of a game, your pressing can be excellent because you're full of energy, you're full of motivation. It becomes a lot more difficult to press effectively for 90 minutes as you get tired, as the lactic acid builds up. So yeah, let's see how they do, I guess. Liverpool are not particularly pressing at the moment. They're just waiting for Madrid to come on to them. Do a Liverpool save. You can't be much worse than Slot. To be fair, he's like what, fourth or third or something. That's still a decent amount of pressure. But to be honest, I will. I know lots of people do like fancy saves with like lower league teams and so forth, and I get it because it is fun. But yeah, I tend to always just pick Liverpool. I don't know who I'd buy though. Maybe I'd buy like a centre back. Mbappe hits it over. Do you enjoy FC career mode? Not really. I think I played career mode a bit back when it was FIFA, but I don't really play FIFA so much. I like more like horror games or like action games or like single player games. That's more my thing. Johnny says, Charlie, my brother, the 6-0 is not going to happen, but could the 3-0 happen? Is that a possibility? Jonathan says, why did you pass my comment, man? I did not. I have not passed any comment unless Twitch. Oh, yes. So you posted a comment which Twitch has blocked for vulgarity. So I didn't pass it. it was Twitch. Okay, I was thinking I haven't blocked it. I've not missed anything. I'm just going down the list. Jonathan says you will lose 4-0. I appreciate the support as always. 4-0 would be a travesty, I can't lie. Charlie says, I've been paying a lot of football recently for the disability. Is that for you, or are you raising money for a cause? Either way, that's pretty cool. Sanal says, hello bro, how you doing? I hope you are good. We are hoping to see Liverpool put in a decent performance, but I hope you are doing well. I'm dehydrated as heck. Pro Skill says Charlie's 6-0 prediction made me laugh the hardest in the whole day. To be fair, I respect I respect the confidence. And if it is 6-0, I'm sure most of us will be very happy. Christian says, Buonasera. Dilly ding, dilly dong. How are you, Christian? I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well in... Is it Lake Como? You're near Lake Como? I hope all is good. I am going to Italy in a few weeks, and I don't know any Italian, so I hope I'm not screwed. Jonathan says, did you hear what Slot said about Liverpool? I mean, he's probably said a lot of things about Liverpool, given it's his team. But could you add some specifics? Were there nice things? Were there bad things? Also, I've started playing a Pokemon game, which you might be interested in. Pokemon Brown. It's the 20th anniversary edition. It's like a hack of Pokemon Red. I've started playing that. It's pretty good. I don't know if you played that before, since you are also an expert on Pokemon. As a Barcelona fan, I would think Jonathan would be cheering for Liverpool. That is very true. You'd think the hatred for Madrid would be stronger than the hatred for Liverpool. Vinicius dives, get up. You know when a player runs into the box, but as they're running into the box, they're falling over their feet because the plan all along was to dive as soon as they get into the box. That's what he did. And the referee just waved him away, which is good. Christian is a fan of Nico Paz, player for Como. Yeah, you mentioned him before. Is he still doing pretty good? And is Fabregas still there as well? He was an attacking midfielder, wasn't he, Nico Paz? Is Canate's pace his greatest strength? You could say so, because I was gonna say no. His strength is his greatest strength, but to be honest, you have lots of strong defenders. You don't have many strong defenders who are also quick. So I'd be tempted to say yeah, probably his pace. It certainly isn't his brain or his decision making. So I'd probably say yeah. Certainly on paper, if you were to see his attributes, you would say his pace. Pro Skills says Mbappe looks so regretful after he missed chances. Now he's locked in. Something soon coming. No. We do not need him locked in. We need him to be more regretful. And we need him to lose motivation. That's what we need. Ooh, foul. What's his name? Bradley gets fouled. That should be a booking, and it is a booking for Vinicius. So Bradley was running through into the kind of number 10 position, and Vinicius just basically hacks him down. Bradley seems to love playing against these guys, I can't lie. But yeah, the thing is with Mbappe, even if he's having a terrible game, he's one of those guys that has a tendency to just pop up and score when you don't want him to. Kristen says yes, Nico Paz is fantastic. Where would you rank him? Would you say he's one of the best? He's an attacking midfielder, isn't he? Would you say he's one of the best attacking midfielders in the world? Or do you think he's a bit too young for that? Sabazlai the thing is, they keep putting the camera on 66 anytime there's a free kick or whatever. Sabazlai Kanate completely misses the ball. So who was it that I asked about Kanate's greatest strength? It certainly is not heading the ball based on that, because that was terrible. I mean, even Ikram agrees. He said that Liverpool can't go head-to-head with teams like Man City, etc. in rotation of players. Like, bro, stop. The stupidity you spended. I mean, it's spent, but I'll let that slide. You spent so much money. You had a chance to save Liverpool from the problem, but you spent it on players like Ping Pong. No, I mean Frimpong. I mean, it's a fair argument. the way they spent their money, they decided to kind of keep the same kind of rough team size, but just increase the quality. So yeah, I mean, if depth was such a big deal, maybe you should have spent some of the money on depth. And maybe shouldn't have sold so many players. Whilst he did spend money, good defending by Wirtz. The thing is, right, whenever Wirtz gets the ball, I feel like there's absolutely nobody near him for him to pass it to. Man City's probably a bad example, to be honest. But yeah, I understand the point you're making. It's interesting. Liverpool are not pressing Madrid particularly high. Jonathan says, I would have bought like 5 or 6 Premier League level players if I was him. I hear that. Shot. Just goes wide. I hear you. The only kind of pushback would then be, now you've got a lot more Premier League players in the squad. How are they all going to get game time? Like, it almost seems harder to convince a player to join if there's no pathway to that position. Wirtz is through. Cross it, Sabazlai. Good, that should have been a goal. Wirtz, again, I'm not annoyed. It's a good chance. That's a good chance. But Wirtz with like a perfect cross to Sabazlai. Sabazlai was unmarked in. To be honest, that's a good save. Yeah, it was a good save. I mean that's the problem to a certain degree. Courtois is so big, and he's got such a huge like wingspan. So Sabazlai did the right thing. He tried to kind of dink it over Courtois, but Courtois is just so big. His legs are so long. His arms are so long that it's hard to beat the guy. So to be honest, you want to score, but it's a good chance. It's a good chance, and I'm glad they're creating chances, and I'm glad they're taking the game to Madrid. Pro Skills says, "What are you doing?" Let's hope they continue to do that. Let's hope Liverpool continue to get. Chances like that. Jonathan says that he hates Madrid with his soul, and he would rather no longer exist than like Madrid. But I act like I hate Liverpool to irritate Mamacita. Yeah, to be honest, that's why I don't get too annoyed, because I know he's just messing. Okay. Bradley to Ekitike. Corner, surely. Is that penalty? Is that a penalty? What's going on? No, it's a free kick. Just outside the box. Free kick just outside the box. Handball by Shuameni, but Or is that a penalty, or is that a penalty, or is that a free kick outside the box? Ooh. Yeah, I think it's a free kick just outside the box, but in a very good position. I don't know why Salah always stands over free kicks. It's like, bro, you are not gonna take that. You are very good at a lot of things, but curling in a free kick is not your strength. It's potential penalty check. Okay, potential. Like when they showed the VAR thingy thing, I thought that was a handball inside the box, but then the referee did his little spray paint thing outside the box. But penalty would be fantastic. They're showing the slow motion replay. I mean, is it the left hand or the right hand? Because the left. Okay, this is a better angle. Oh, that might be just on the edge. It says potential penalty check, but I think that was just outside the box. To be honest with you, but let's see what they come up with. Everyone just biting their nails in the crowd, which is always funny. Referee's going over to check. I mean, to be honest, I think that's just outside. I think that's just outside. We shall see what they say, but I think that's just outside, to be honest with you. Although if the referee checks on his little monitor and then runs back and points at the spot, I won't complain. But I think that's... Oh, yeah! Actually, they've frozen it now. It might be inside, but I think that's just outside. He's doing his... no pen. What a surprise. Who gets the decisions? Real Madrid, if it's Real Madrid, it's no penalty. But if that same thing happens on the other side, then it's a penalty. Yeah, like literally, that does feel like the criteria. I mean, you forgot to add dumb. Wait, but then what? Why is it a drop ball for? But why is it a drop ball for Real Madrid? Should it not be a free kick? Why do Real Madrid have the ball? Surely if it's not a penalty, then it's a free kick because it was a handball. What the hell is that about? Kanate falls over. Well done. All right. To be fair, I did think that initially. Never a pen, honestly. Arm was close to his body. He couldn't realistically move it away any faster. Look how close the shot was. Where else was he supposed to put his hand? Yeah, fair enough. That was kind of my initial thought. But then when the referee did the spray thing, yeah, to be fair, they're replaying it. His hand is by his stomach. It wasn't extended. Yeah, no, that's fine, to be honest. Pro Skills says Luis Diaz played again, as in he scored again. It's still... Oh my god, it's 2-0. It is 2-0. Pixel is probably breaking NNN again as we speak. Jonathan says, I was saying the same thing in our match against Real Madrid, bro. Like, Visca Barca, long live Barca. Yeah, you do sometimes get that impression that certain teams get decisions, certain teams don't get decisions, which is it's a bit annoying. You'd hope you'd hope decisions were more consistent. Bradley Cross cleared. Sometimes I wish Liverpool would just take the chance. I know the football's more patient now, and it's more waiting for your opportunities. But like sometimes I just wish just put it in the box. Will Ekitike maintain fitness and availability consistency? Well, we would hope so. I mean, I don't know how long Isak is out injured for, and I hope it's not too long. So if Isak is injured, if Isak's not fully fit, then yeah, you need Ekitike, because who would be the other option? Chiesa, maybe Gakpo, maybe Wirtz. So yeah, you need Ekitike. Do you think Liverpool should play more attacking football in general? So Bosley, ooh, good shot. But again, Courtois is just so massive. He's so massive. Like he doesn't even have to dive. Really, he just needs to fall down, and he'll get the ball. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know about Liverpool playing more attacking football in general. Sometimes I wish they'd take a few more risks. Sometimes I'm like, just pass the ball forward, please. Just pass it forward. But they'll always stop, wait for the perfect opportunity, rather than just taking the risk. So I'd say I wish they maybe took a few more risks. It's like they always wait for an opportunity to be at least like an 8 out of 10 opportunity before playing the forward pass. But I'd say if it's a 7 out of 10 opportunity, play the forward pass. La Liga is full of corruption. Yeah, I've heard it's not good. Unfortunately, when there is money involved, there is often corruption. Pixel says Diaz scored another one. Yes, he did. I think that's when I said earlier. Pixel must be engaging in NNN again now that Diaz has scored a second. Oh, Robertson's lost the ball. But Liverpool sorted it out. But yeah, apparently he scored a second. Whoever this Diaz guy is. Where is it? Is it this? Thirty second minute. He is on fire. But yeah, can't really say anything about the league if it's at PSG's ground. Jonathan saw a 10 out of 10 today. Is that me or is that somebody else? What was happening with... Were you not going to ask somebody out who was like a Dortmund fan? Or am I remembering that wrong? Spurs are up 1-0. Spurs. Against Copenhagen. Brennan Johnson. Fair enough. Yeah, I think we'd expect him to win that game. Vinicius, get up, man! Like you need to start booking people for that. Like if anyone's watching this, he just turned and went flying. If anyone watches like Dragon Ball Z, you know when someone gets punched and they go flying across the... Oh, that's terrible. Just send him off for that, man. That is awful. I know he's already booked because of the challenge on Bradley. I'd send him off for that. Give him a second booking. That is terrible. But of course, nothing happened. Do you prefer cupcakes or muffins? Both are amazing. I found out recently quite a few people don't like cupcakes, and I'm like, why? I mean, cupcakes are just like cakes. And how do you not like cake? Um, I mean, the benefit of a muffin is larger, so that suits my greedy self. But cupcakes have more variety. So I'd say both have a special place. Both pretty good. But yeah, I don't know how I don't know how people like cakes, but dislike cupcakes. I mean, like, cupcakes are just smaller cakes. Ikram says, how will Liverpool manage squad rotation with so many expensive acquisitions? To be honest, just play the ones that are fit. Injuries certainly help. When people get injured. Speaking of injuries, Wirtz has gone down, grabbing his leg and holding his face. But when players get injured, rotation is less of a thing because then you just play the fit players. So yeah, I'd say it's more of a problem for when you have many players fit, but that seems to be a distant dream. Jonathan says, bro, did you see Central C broke up because of his song with Ice Spice? It was a long time ago, but he left a 10 out of 10 his ex for 1 out of 10 Ice Spice. To be honest, I don't know who Central C is. I know who Ice Spice is. That's a rapper with like orange hair. Orange hair. But I don't know who his ex is. But that's a shame. I don't know. I don't know why they broke up. I'm not really up to date with pop culture, to be honest with you. I know Taylor Swift's getting married. She's getting married to that American football player. That's about as much as I know. Which, to be honest, that ain't gonna last. But it also means the divorce album. Ooh, good shot by Sabazlai. But it also means the divorce album is gonna be amazing. I mean, Sabazlai is on fire today. I think he's having a really good game. Charlotte says, rank these legends for clutch assists. I mean, maybe the order in which you have it already. I mean, I'm not sure Wirtz is a legend, but generally in terms of assists, I'd probably do it like that. I think you have to remember as well, Alonso wasn't here for too long, so that probably influences the rankings. Search Central C. Okay, I will have a look. I have no idea. Is it Central? This guy, oh, British. This guy's a British rapper. I have no idea who this is. Does this guy have good songs? Would you recommend this character? Oh, he supports Chelsea though. What the hell? But yeah, I didn't know who that is, but I know who that is now. Ilyas says, "Hi bro, how are you? Courtois making amazing saves. He is making amazing saves, and it's a bit of a shame. The thing is with Courtois, like, he's so big. I just feel like he just needs to, like, just stick his hand out. If he just sticks his hand out, he covers all the goal. So it's really hard to beat him. Sabozlai had a very good one-on-one. I don't know if you saw it, and I feel like Sabozlai did the right thing, but again with Courtois, he's so massive. It just makes it a lot more difficult just to get the ball past him. Drake said so. Hamid Mala, yeah, the Aldi version. I get that, and I also get Ruben Amorim. To be honest, it's probably the beard doing a lot of the heavy lifting. To be honest, if I did not have the beard, it's not a pretty sight. Jonathan says Wirtz is not a legend. Yeah, I agree. Like the other three, I understand. Gerrard, Firmino, Alonso. Jonathan likes central. Is it central C as in SEE? Or is it key? It's probably C, right? But is he somebody you recommend I listen to? And yeah, would he be a recommendation? Ooh, what's the booking for? He also has a. Oh, okay. No, I know of that. Okay, I know of that. I didn't know it was this guy, but yeah, I know of that. Elias says, I really think Endrick should have started tonight. Had a good performance at the weekend, playing on the wings. Maybe someone to look out for Liverpool in the second half. It could, yeah, you could be right. I think Vinicius maybe should have been sent off. So if Vinicius' head is truly gone, he might come on. He might come on second half. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for him. I'm sure Konate will want revenge as well, because the last time he played against Endrick injured him, so he might want to return the favour. Drake says, yeah, I see it now. I get Mo Salah, I get Ruben Amorim, Enzo Maresca a little bit. Those are the main ones, to be fair. I always say, like, provided you don't say I look like Sam Allardyce or like Sean Dyche, that's good enough. I'll take it as good enough for me. Yeah, I don't mind looking like Salah. Jonathan says you should listen to his songs like Doja and GBP. Is that GBP as in Great British Pounds, as in the currency? And the song with Ice Spice is Did It First. I see. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look this guy up. Is he on Apple Music? What's his name? Central. Oh yeah, he's quite popular. This guy, right? His songs are Which One, Sprinter, Band for Band, Overseas, GBP, Can't Rush Greatness. I believe these are the tunes you refer to. I'll check him out. Can I favorite him? So then there you go. I favorited him so that I remember. Tomorrow on my walk, I shall listen to this fellow, and I will report back. Elias says, "What's your view on Liverpool's performance in the first half so far?" I thought it's good. I thought Liverpool played quite good. They were aggressive. They didn't look scared. They made quite a few chances. They didn't look intimidated. They seemed to be full of energy. They didn't seem to be lazy. They didn't seem to have low motivation. All the problems that led to all those defeats mostly didn't seem to be there. So I'd say, yeah, I mean, it's encouraging. Of course, you want to be 1-0 up, 2-0 up, but I say, I think to be honest, generally speaking, they were probably the better team. I'd say. I don't know what you think. But I mean, I don't think it's a major. I don't think there's a major gap between the two today. But I'd say Liverpool maybe playing slightly better. Fun Vlog says, remove the cap. You look like whoever that is. I have no idea. Or maybe I do. Durwood says, either team is going to be looking to score. But yeah, both keepers are crushing it. Yeah. I think that's the benefit of having keepers who are just so tall. Courtois is massive. Mamardashvili is kind of a bit like a Courtois. He's a bit like a clone of Courtois' physical proportions, but he might be a bit shorter. But yeah, both keepers are doing well. I do think somebody will score. I do think somebody will score in the second half, and hopefully it's the Reds. Fingers crossed. Courtois goal. Yeah, Courtois. Would you say Courtois is the best goalkeeper of this generation, of like this current generation? Like I know there's other good ones. Alisson's very good. I know maybe not so much anymore, but Edison was very good. I think if somebody says Courtois is the best keeper in the past, I mean Jan Oblak as well, you could say. But if someone was to say Courtois is the best goalkeeper in recent years, you'd find it hard to argue. You could argue it, like some people would argue Alisson, and I understand. But Courtois is very good as well. I thought you would have got dunked on. No dunking yet, but there's another 45 minutes where dunking could potentially occur. But thankfully, no dunking as of yet. Speaking of dunking, you're making me miss Dunkin' Donuts. I may have to visit very soon. Ilyas says, Hakimi is in tears right now. Bad foul by Diaz. Hakimi is a strong lad and it's sad to see him in tears currently. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Hakimi doesn't really seem like the type of guy to kind of roll around in pain unless he's actually in pain. So hopefully he's okay, like physically speaking. Hopefully it's nothing serious in that sense. Pixel says Diaz potential red. Is this the challenge on Hakimi? Nah, not ideal. I mean, when we said we wanted Diaz to get a hat trick, that's not the kind of hat trick we were hoping for. Yeah, you have said that. To be fair, you have said the Jonathan Sins comment before. I was thinking when I read that, I've seen that somewhere before, but yeah, it was from you. Mamardashvili is 1 inch shorter. I thought that, to be fair. So if Mamardashvili is 6'6", Courtois 6'7", it kind of makes my description correct, where I was saying he feels like an imperfect clone of Courtois. Yeah. In shot stopping, it's Courtois, but with their feet, it's Edison. Yeah, I mean, Courtois as a one-on-one shot stopper. I think Courtois is very good, and Alisson's also very good one-on-one. Where I'd maybe give Courtois the edge is the physicals, because he's just 6'7", and Alisson 6'4". So by nature, if you have longer limbs, I think that that gives you like a physiological advantage. But yeah, to be honest, both very good. Gareth Bale is at the halftime review on Paramount. Nice. Is he talking about golf, Wales, and Real Madrid in that order? Or was it Wales, golf, Real Madrid in that order? That's what he said not too long ago. Pro Skills says Hakimi is so consistent. I hope he doesn't pick up an injury. Yeah, you never want to see kind of players get injured, to be honest. Especially given the kind of seriousness of a lot of the injuries that players get these days. It's not nice. So yeah, we wanna hope he's okay. Ilias says Luis Diaz has been sent off versus PSG, and Diaz also in tears. Wow. Can you describe the foul? Like, did he slide in the back, or I don't know? Did he headbutt him or something? Can you describe what happened? Could Ekitike become key in pressing setups? Yeah, as the striker, they always say that's where the pressing starts. Jonathan says Edison is so fine in his prime. Do you mean fine from like a visual looks perspective, or do you mean fine from like from a goalkeeper perspective? Pro Skills says if you had to let Diaz go or keep him last season, what would you choose? Yeah, it depends if Pixel is still here or not. I tend to generally change my answer based on that. But to be honest, I would have let him go. And the reason is, number one, there was basically he had 2 years left on a deal. And when a player has 1 year left on a deal, as you saw with 66, when a player has 1 year left on the deal, it's impossible to sell them, because then a player always knows, okay, if I just wait 12 more months, I can leave on a free and get a giant signing on fee. So for me, kind of generally speaking, if a player's got 2 years left on his deal and you're not close to signing a deal, just sell, get some money and get somebody else in. So that's simply put, that's how I would do it. So it made sense to me. It made sense to me to kind of sell him. And sometimes like different environments, different countries, different whatever can benefit a person psychologically and mentally, which improves their game. I think Diaz had enough seasons to kind of prove his level at Liverpool. His level was good, but his level wasn't elite. His level wasn't like Salah level. Whereas when you had Salah and Mane, I'd argue both were elite. So that's another reason why I thought it probably made sense. Ilya says, why is Onana not in this convo, guys? We were only talking about goalkeepers who are human. It's a bit unfair to put Onana in there because Onana is like superhuman. So it would just be unfair on poor Courtois and poor Alisson if we were to compare him to Mr. Onana. So that was it, really. We just wanted to keep it fair. It was Wales, Golf and Madrid. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, Wales, Golf and Madrid in that order. Crazy thing to say. He just tied Hakimi's legs. That's not nice. When your legs get tied and like your legs can't get free, those injuries are kind of worse. So that's, I mean, when you use the word tied, his legs got tied. That gets me a bit worried. I can't lie. It didn't look good. Hakimi's leg looked like it got stuck. Cause I guess the trouble is like when your leg gets stuck and you can't move it, your leg then absorbs all the impact of that because you can't move it out the way. It's a bit like if a train's coming at you and you're stuck. Like if you can't move out the way, your face is gonna absorb the impact of that train. So yeah, if his leg got stuck, that's not good. Charlotte says your beard is looking sharp. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Pro Skill says Mane, wow, what a player. Yeah, I think that's the thing because when Liverpool had Salah, obviously Salah was world class. When they had Mane was also world class. But regarding what you were saying about Diaz earlier, Diaz was good, but Diaz was never world class. And I think that combined with his contract coming to an end soon, it made sense to sell him. Zayn says, we've played so well today. Yeah, I'm super happy with what I'm seeing. I think Liverpool have been the better team, number one. I think Liverpool have been aggressive. Liverpool have not looked scared. Liverpool have not looked intimidated. Liverpool have had the better chances. There's a Szoboszlai chance that was a one-on-one. There was a Szoboszlai long shot. They've not looked They've not looked overwhelmed by the occasion. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. And I can feel a goal coming. I think Liverpool will probably score in the second half. It's certainly a lot better than the last game against Galatasaray. That was terrible. So hopefully this is a positive that that the Villa game was not a one-off, and things are on the up. Jonathan says, when a blind man gets his eyes back, first thing he does is throw his stick. That helped him away. That happened to Edison in Man City. What do you mean? You must you need to expand on that. Diaz picked up an unwanted challenge. Is he off then? Has he been sent off? Two goals and a red card. That's not the hat trick he would have expected, but it is a hat trick nevertheless. Jeffrey says Diaz. I think is it Diaz had to go either way. And yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. For two reasons. Number one, only had 2 years left on his contract, and I think if you leave it another few months, before you know it, he'll only have 1 year left. And when a player has 1 year left on his contract, it's basically as good as having nothing left, because they know, okay, if I just sit on my contract, I can go for free and get a mega signing on fee. So yeah, 2 years left on his deal. If you're not gonna sign a new deal, just sell the player and move on. Point number two, I think Diaz was good, but I don't think he was world class. I think Salah was world class. I think Mane was world class. Diaz was very good. Very good at times, but never really ever felt like a consistent threat. From what I remember, he'd always kind of perform in patches. Like he'd have 3 games where he'd score, and then he'd have 3 months where he did nothing. So it made sense to me. Jonathan says, Dominic Szoboszlai is carrying your team. You are correct. He is. He's driving the team forward. He's first to the ball. He's defending very well. He's the most awake. He's the most active. He's the most energetic. He's had the best chances as well. He had that 1-on-1 and he had that shot from just outside the box. So you are 100% correct. I think you can make the argument as well that Szoboszlai might be the most important player in the team. It's not too ludicrous a example. Diaz, he fell out with the guys as well about the funeral as well. He didn't attend. Yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, I think kind of given the situation and given everything, I think you have to kind of consider everything when you sell a player. It made sense to kind of sell him. I'm not like bitter about it, and if he's doing good at Bayern, which he is, I think yeah, good for him. Second half just started. Dom is the new 007. I think he might get a goal today. He seems to have a bit of extra motivation than he normally does. Not that he's normally undermotivated, but he just seems to have something extra in him today. Jonathan says, I mean, Edison did so much for Man City, never got much attention, and Man City and Pep just threw him away. Yeah, that whole situation was a bit weird, wasn't it? It's like Edison was like a toy, and it's like, yeah, we don't want to play with this toy anymore. Let's just throw it in the bin. Like, did he at least like get like a testimonial or anything? Because he's not at Man City anymore, is he? Like, I think he's gone somewhere. Because City have got Donnarumma and Trafford. Has Edison gone to Saudi? I can't remember. But yeah, It is a bit weird, like these players, they perform for you for multiple years and then you just kind of toss them. Pro Skill says, which team your friend group support? Not all of them like football, which is interesting. But the ones that do, Arsenal again, Man United, Aston Villa, Man United. Most the obvious teams, to be honest with you. Pro Skill says, was Jota underrated? I think when he joined, yes. Ooh, again, Courtois just bloody saves everything. This Courtois guy just saves up. How the hell did he save that? Oh my god. How does he save that? I mean, okay, it was a Van Dijk header from a corner and it was right at him, but even then, the reaction time is hilarious. I mean, even Van Dijk is laughing at that. I think Jota was underrated when he joined because I remember even I was thinking, we're buying this random guy from Wolves? Is he any good? And then he arrived and then he got that hat-trick against Atlanta and everyone realised, okay, Courtois again! I mean, come on! I don't like that all the players are now shaking their heads any time they have an opportunity. To be fair, we need to put it slightly to the right, slightly to the left, but I hope the player's belief doesn't go, Ekitike, just wide. But yeah, when Jota joined, I think he was underrated. But then once people could see what he could do, then people said, you know what, he's actually pretty good. Anfield atmosphere is great today, says Pro Skills. Madrid are definitely affected by it. Interesting. Okay, good to hear. I've got it muted, so I'm not sure, but it's good. I appreciate the context. That must be quite intimidating if you think about it. You need better friends, yeah. I was going to say, thankfully, I prefer the ones that just don't like football. But then I realized that sounds a bit rude. But yeah, none of them support Liverpool. So whenever I go to games, I just go by myself. I always get searched by security. I always get patted down because I'm just walking in by myself. But never mind. Me and my close friend both support Real Madrid, so we don't have arguments. Yeah. I was gonna say that's a positive. But do you ever have arguments like about what Real Madrid should do? Like, okay, we should play Endrick, or we should play 66 at right back, or it sounds like you generally agree on most things. Life is simpler that way. Life is less stressful. I went to Turkey. This is Edison, the Jose Mourinho club. I will look it up for you. Fenerbahce. Good for him, I guess. Yeah, Courtois definitely man of the match. The guy is saving absolutely everything, and I'm a bit worried. Oh, free kick! Is that a free kick or a Gravenberch dive? I just don't want the players' motivation and kind of heads to sink. You know, when you just keep trying, you keep missing, you keep trying, you keep missing. I don't want the players' kind of motivation to go down based off that, because that would not be ideal. So let's see what happens there. Free kick for Liverpool. I mean, should I Should I even have any? Like it's in a good position. It's in a good spot, but should I have any belief, or is Courtois just gonna stick his hand out and save it? I'm like, so Bosley standing over it. Wirtz is good from this position, but it's a Bosley standing over it. Again, Courtois saves it. What can you do? Oh, I hope it's just not one of those games. I forgot Mbappe was playing, to be fair, but I hope it's not one of those games where Courtois just saves absolutely everything. Yeah, Charlotte says fully right. Do you think Liverpool will qualify for Champions League again? Yeah, easily, I'd say. Liverpool are like what, like 7-8 points behind on 1st of November. It's a long way to go. Pro Skills says, no, I also have friends who support Barcelona, so we decide not to talk about football. That's the easiest. That's the easiest thing to do. Just don't talk about it. And that way you can't argue about it. Like they say you should never talk about politics with your friends. Never talk about politics and never talk about football either. Jonathan says, what was the most weird comment you got? Probably something from you, to be honest. To be honest, it's probably something that Twitch blocked that I haven't seen. But in terms of what I have seen, it probably would be something from you. Wirtz is the good flair. Just missing finishing. What do you think? Yeah. Finishing and confidence. He does still sometimes make kind of rash passes where like he'll just completely misplace the ball. So I'd say finishing, and linked to that maybe confidence. But I guess you only develop confidence if you're played. So hopefully he develops a bit of confidence now. Mother says, ready for Mbappe to score a hat-trick in the second half? Absolutely not ready. To be honest with you, Mbappe's been really quiet this game. Mbappe hasn't really done much. But of course, as I say that, he will now probably score a hat-trick. But yeah, another free kick to Liverpool. Liverpool having quite a few chances, but they need to start putting these away. Because you just feel like with the more chances that you have and the more chances that you fail to put away, the more that kind of hacks away at your self-belief and the more you lose confidence. So it's another free kick for Liverpool. Edge of the box. Not edge of the box. Maybe 15 yards out. But Courtois is just going to stick his foot out and then save it very easily. Jonathan has gone mad. Jonathan is bashing his keyboard with his head. So Bosley, terrible free kick. What's the point? What's the point of that? I'm worried Madrid are going to sneak a goal. McAllister matched Mbappe pace. Yeah, he did, but he also kind of held him back. Like he held him back with his arm, and then I think he got booked for it. The good thing though is Szoboszlai was there to try and save the day in case he didn't. Red card for Spurs. Wow, who's been sent off? Johnson. Is that the theme of today? Players who score get sent off. So Johnson scored for Spurs, he got sent off. Diaz scored for Bayern, he got sent off. That seems to be the general theme of the day. Almost STD. You said SPD. Pretty close. Would you rather have unlimited money or unlimited free time? Probably unlimited free time. Because money cannot buy time. So I'd probably go for that. Jonathan says Prime Yamal is back. Are Barcelona? They're not playing today, right? They're playing tomorrow, possibly. Mbappe's on the floor. No surprises there. I hope Van Dijk didn't get booked for that. Because there's nothing in that for me. Rank these strikers for Liverpool legacy. Torres, Suarez, Fowler, Firmino. I mean, Liverpool legacy. Probably Fowler, Firmino, Torres, Suarez. Why is it whenever Wirtz has the ball, there's nobody around him? Like he can only skip past so many players before he inevitably gets tackled. He just has no support. If you could have unlimited money, no need to work, and you'd always have free time. That is true. What I was thinking though, if you have unlimited free time, you have free time to then make money in that free time. But you wouldn't feel tired because you had unlimited free time to then rest and recuperate. That's the way I was thinking about it. And also, if it's unlimited free time, does that mean you never die because it's unlimited? But then would you want to never die? Or is that too philosophical? Unfortunately, both unlimited money and unlimited free time are a pipe dream. Jonathan says we will win the Champions League. The we in this context is that Barcelona. Cengiz says Real Madrid, Vinicius best player. I think Vinicius is very good. Today I don't think he's had a particularly good game. But yeah, generally speaking, he is quite good. Salah cross. It's like, come on, man. Who's the referee booking now? Oh, he's booking Bellingham. That's fine. That's okay. I was worried he was booking a Liverpool player, which would not be okay. But he's booking Bellingham, which is perfectly fine. We've got no problem with that. Nasty tackle, to be fair. Bellingham seems proper jealous of Gravenberch. Whenever Gravenberch gets the ball, Bellingham comes running in like, I wish I was you. Is Bellingham wearing an earring? Oh no, that's just sweat. Bellingham has sweat, but I thought it was an earring. Kind of horrible if you think about it. But another free kick to Liverpool. And again, edge of the box. Again, I expect nothing to happen. But will I get excited about it? Yes. Crossed in. Ooh, goal. Who is it? McAllister. How'd you let McAllister score a header against you? He is 3'6". But I'm not going to complain. Shortest player on the pitch scores a header. Let's go. 66. Not very happy now, are you? Go do more Spanish lessons, you clown. McAllister scores a header. He is 3'6". Showing the replay. Onside. Bellingham's playing him onside. I'm not gonna jinx it in case VAR pulls some shenanigans and that sort of thing. But the thing is, they marked all the tall players like Ekitike. Ekitike had 2 players on him because he's tall. But that the second player, who think might have been Valverde, but by also marking Ekitike, he left McAllister free. Jonathan says Liverpool think Wirtz is Pedri or something. Why are they doing VAR check? No nonsense, please, no. It's gonna be some crap, isn't it? They're gonna find some effing reason to rule this out. Again, if they do, it's corruption. Like I don't see any problem with. I genuinely see nothing wrong with that. I genuinely see nothing wrong with that. Check over, they're giving it. Let's go. Just trying to really find reasons to mess with us. Are they booing Trent? I'm not sure. I've got it muted, but that's a good question. Anyone who's got sound on, they could maybe confirm. Yeah, I love that they go right to 66, just chewing his gum on the bench. Okay, now Madrid have got a bit of life in them, but hopefully it's short-lived. Cengiz says Liverpool at home very strong. Yeah, I think at home they are strong, and I think they're especially strong against teams who play at them. Teams that they struggle against are teams that kind of sit back and play a low block. But if a team plays against Liverpool, I think that plays into what Liverpool want to do. Yeah, goal is good, thankfully. I've updated the score. I've had bad luck updating the score recently. Like past few times I've updated the score. They then do a VAR check and I have to change it back. So thankfully that was not the case today. Yeah, no penalties to Madrid, please. They do not deserve that. McAllister started to play offsides. That's why they were checking. Okay, makes sense. But thankfully he was just on. I think Camavinga maybe was just playing him on. Okay, this is much better. Again, people were writing off Liverpool's season last week, and I was like, "What? It's October. Like, what's going on?" But this is much better. Is Wirtz coming off? Why do they keep showing 66? I don't think 60. Do you think 66 is gonna come on? I don't think he's gonna come on. I think that maybe they'd bring him on if they were ahead, but you can't bring him on when you're behind because he might be a bit of a liability. Cengiz says somehow Madrid don't lose. I hope they do lose, to be honest with you. Ooh, that was good by Mbappe. But McAllister gets back and defends. How much did you buy Wirtz for? As in Liverpool? I think around 100 million, something like that. Ooh, goodbye Salah. Yeah, I think it was around 100 million. The announcer just said he doubts 66 will be coming on. The announcer is listening to this stream because that's exactly what we were just saying. We doubt he's going to come on now. It feels like they'd bring him on for like a fairy tale if Madrid were ahead and yeah, you can have his little outing and yeah. But like if Madrid are behind, I don't think he comes on. Not because he's a liability, because he is, but I think that combined with the pressure aspect, it's probably not what they want. Wow, all that just to not play. That's pretty crazy. I can't lie to you. Pretty crazy. Jonathan says, how much do you think Pedri would cost to buy? A lot. I mean, it depends. It depends how much, how long's left on his contract. You have a look. How long Pedri contract? Pedri's contracted until June 2030, which is what, like 4 or 5 years. So he's got a long contract. How old is Pedri? Is he like 23 or something? Pedri age 22. Well, he's 23 in a few weeks. I feel like he'd cost more than like Wirtz because he's from Barcelona players, and those players tend to command a premium. He's probably got quite a high release clause as well. So I would say kind of generally speaking, probably 150, but again, it's like I feel like it depends on if if Barcelona want to sell him or not. Hendricks coming on for Camavinga. 66 hasn't played since he came back from the fake injury that he got, so that he didn't have to play this game. Yeah, I mean that's to be fair, that's another reason. That's a third reason. So, number one, he's generally a liability. Number two, the added pressure of the environment he'd be in. And yeah, number three, also not fully fit. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna end up playing. I do think like if Madrid were like 2-0, maybe 3-0 up, they'd bring him on for a little cute little day out. But if they're behind, there's not going to be a cute day out. Wirtz is more central now. Salah gets fouled. Chengiz says, for me, Haaland better than Mbappe. Yeah, I think especially right now, Haaland is on fire. Haaland won't stop scoring. He did a robot celebration the other day because he is literally a robot. So yeah, I'd agree with you. Haaland has a tendency to always deliver and pretty much always score. Oh, who lost the ball there? Madrid counter-attack, but Liverpool got a few players back, thankfully. Splatoon 3, 2 or ARMS. I don't know what ARMS is. I think I've played a lot of Splatoon. I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but it was really fun. I think it might have been Splatoon 2 that I used to have on the Switch, but I missed that game. You know, I did sell my Switch, but I might have to get another one. 66 is warming up. What is going on here? Do Madrid want to concede another goal? He's wearing blue as well. It's like, that's just like horror. That's just like disgusting. Wearing blue. Jonathan says 150, just 150. Mother Pedri should cost around £1 billion. £1 billion? To be honest, we're probably not far off £1 billion transfers. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, in the next 10 years, the way things are going, you get £1 billion transfer. Good play by Robertson, but then a terrible cross, but then ball goes to Ekitike. What's Ekitike doing? Plays it back to McAllister. Van Dijk always has to wear different coloured shoes, doesn't he? It's like everyone will wear white trainers and Van Dijk will wear bright yellow. Or if everyone's wearing black trainers, Van Dijk will wear bright purple. He's very flamboyant with his choice of footwear. And they're always like bright colours. I mean, I think McAllister's wearing yellow, but it's not like bright yellow. You would probably see Van Dijk shoes in the dark. Oh, is that Mbappe in far too much space? Plays it to Vinicius on the left. Vinicius. Oh, good header by Robertson. Good clearance by Robertson. Charlotte says beard looks pure fire. I'll take that. I did dye it today. Fluffy says up the Reds. Damn right. It's a good performance, I can't lie. Liverpool have been the better team. Liverpool are deserving of their goal. I just hope they get another one. If Madrid sneak an equalizer, it will be a gross injustice. So let's hope there's a second goal on the cards. Yeah, Liverpool without the ball looks like a clear 4-2-3-1, where Ekitike is the one, and then behind them you got Szoboszlai in the middle, Wirtz on the left, Salah on the right, and then obviously what's behind that. Ikram says, what's your favorite type of cake? I mean, the thing is with cake, there is no bad type of cake. Pretty much all cake is good. But if you force me to make a decision, number one is red velvet. And I know we had this discussion previously about the insects and things, but don't really bother me. Number one is red velvet. Number two is cheesecake. Number three is Victoria Sponge. Oh, for God's sake, Mbappe just wide. that was far too close for comfort. But yeah, number three is Victoria Sponge. But again, like, chocolate gatos are pretty nice. Chocolate anything's pretty nice. There's no such thing as a bad cake. Oh, carrot cake is also very nice. I can't lie. Carrot cake is very nice. Carrot cake is one of those things you hear about growing up and you're like, carrot cake. That sounds disgusting. But once you have carrot cake, it will change your life because it's that damn good. We have 15 minutes to go. Do not F this up, please. Have you ever had pies and mash? Mashed potato, yeah? Mashed potato is pretty good. Pies and mash, not for a long time. Can't lie, I'm more of a dessert type of guy. That's my weakness. I don't smoke. I don't drink, but sugar is my vice. Like I can't just buy like a pack of chocolates and have them last a week, or like a pack of biscuits and have them last a week. If I buy biscuits from supermarket, soon as they come home, within a day, that whole pack's gonna be gone. Ooh, Salah. Ooh, yeah. I just can't, like, with sweet things. The safest thing for me to do is just not buy it, because as I said, if I buy it, no matter if it's a 5-pack, a 10-pack, I just eat the entire thing. Fluffy is from America, and I always see on TikTok this guy from England serving pies and mash with a green sauce. The green sauce is probably peas, but yeah, I mean, mashed potato is pretty good. It's just potato that's kind of boiled, and then basically mashed up. Sometimes you can add butter to it. Sometimes you can add cheese to it. That makes it pretty nice. But yeah, it's pretty good. Whereabouts from America are you from? I went to the US in February. I went to New York and Philadelphia, which was pretty nice. I might go to Seattle next year, but I haven't decided yet. Curtis Jones coming on. McAllister coming off. Gakpo's also coming on. I presume probably on for Verts. They're thinking the Chiesas are nice. Does that mean we see a Chiesa performance? That would make me pretty happy. They're just replaying the McAllister goal as he comes off. Good performance from McAllister. Like, is McAllister starting to get fit now? Ekitike is off as well. Interesting. I thought Gakpo would be on for Verts, but Gakpo's on for Ekitike. That's a surprise. Yeah, but does this mean that McAllister is starting to get fit now? Because he hasn't really looked fit most of the season. But the Villa game, he started to look really good. Ooh, Verts to Gakpo, but then Salah gets the ball. Then with the most terrible pass you've ever seen. But yeah, McAllister started to look better in the Villa game, and he's starting to look better today against Madrid. So hopefully he's getting up to speed fitness wise, because it's a long season. Oh, 66 is coming on. 66 is coming on. I think this is going to be a 2-0 or a 3-0 at the very least. 66 is indeed coming on by the looks of it. It's a corner. Mbappe is starting to come to life, which is not what you want to see in the last 10 minutes. But 66 is coming on, and I hope he gets booed. Ah, fantastic! That's what I wanted to hear. That is what I wanted to hear. No clapping, please. None of that nonsense. That journalist covering his mouth like this, like behind 66. I'm like, is the journalist booing? Like, boo. Probably not. He's probably coughing, but It does look like he's booing. Arda Gula's coming off. And 66 is coming on. Is he getting booed? I always find it weird when players play football like whilst chewing gum. Like surely the gum gets in the way, but I'm sure they know best. Yeah, 66 is playing right back. So it's going to be 66 up against Robertson and Wirtz, which is interesting. I mean, it looks like he's crying. Yeah, they're showing the crowd giving him steak. Oh, fair enough. That's that's a positive spin on it. You can say at the very least. What's the beef? Is there a corner? Man, they really need a second goal. I think this performance has deserved a second goal, but unfortunately you don't always get what you deserve. But it was a goal kick, not a corner. So Bosley, Wirtz, play it to Salah. Don't do that because you'll lose the ball, as you just did. Now Madrid have the ball back. 66 with a terrible pass that goes completely to nobody. And Van Dijk just plays it back to Mamadashvili. What is 66 doing? 66 with a terrible header that goes straight to Van Dijk. And Liverpool counter from 66's mistake. Salah is now countering following 66's mistake. Salah stays on his feet. Salah with the shot. Maybe should have gone down for the penalty. But it is what it is. PSG got one back. Ooh, it's gonna be a tense finish to that game then. With Bayern down to 10. Oh, really good tackle there by Gakpo. With a Bayern down to 10 and PSG getting one back. So Bosley clears it. Conor Bradley's had a good game. He's not let himself get bullied. I mean, coming up against Vinicius can be quite intimidating. And I know he had that previous performance against Vinicius where he did very well. But today's proving that was not a fluke. Because he seems to always do well against the guy. Chiesa is coming on. Yeah. I was going to say it seems like he absolutely hates the guy. But it seems to be the opposite. It feels like Vinicius absolutely hates him. But Bradley always gets the better of him, which is kind of funny. Alex says Liverpool win. I hope so. They're winning right now. It's 1-0 with about 5-10 minutes to go. But counter-attack opportunity. Salah. Pass the ball! For God's sake. I mean, he keeps the ball. Never mind. But I wish he passed it. Gakpo! Ah! Salah should score. Courtois is just too big. He's just too big. And his arms are just too long. Gakpo should have scored the second there. Really should have scored the second there. Oh, God. Liverpool have had their chances. Which in some ways it's a positive. That okay, at least they're having good chances. But in other ways, it's like you'd hope they'd put the chances away. Alex says hello Madrid with a poop emoji. Bradley, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. To be fair, Bradley is dog walking Vinny again. Yeah, it proves the kind of last performance was not a fluke. Because to be honest, I thought, okay, maybe that's just a one-off. But Bradley seems to have his number. Seems to always do well against him. That's interesting. Robertson's coming off and Chiesa's coming on for Robertson. What's that about? Oh no, Wirtz is also coming off. So maybe it's Kerkez and Chiesa on. Yeah, Wirtz and Robertson off. So Slot is completely changing the left-hand side just to annoy 66. just to give him two fresh players to go up against. That's how much Slot detests 66. He's saying, hello 66, I know you're unfit, but have two completely fresh players on your side. Kerkez has gone down as he wins the ball. Yeah, just looks like a unfortunate coming together, to be honest. Can Gakpo cement himself as a Champions League star? He can. I mean, he won't with finishing like that. He should have he should have really scored that opportunity, but as a starter, who knows? I think generally speaking, he would be the starting left winger, but I think things might change over the course of the season. But what you gotta say, this is another Courtois worldly of a performance. A lot of Liverpool's attempts seem to be right down the centre. Brahim Diaz is on for Valverde, who has done absolutely nothing all game. Come on, hopefully not too much stoppage time. I like the Liverpool hoodies that they have this year. Kerkez is limping, but I hope it's something that what's the word, disappears on its own. Liverpool have had 9 shots on target. I mean, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Bradley again. Bradley again has Vinicius's number. Vinicius tries to run through on goal, gets close to the box, but Bradley just with a sliding tackle wins the ball really cleanly. So yeah, I'm hoping the bad form is behind them. Hopefully, cleared by Konate, clears away the header. Goes to Mbappe on the right versus Szoboszlai. The fans giving Mbappe a bit of stick. Spurs missed the penalty. That's a shame. Are they still 2-0? Is it still 2-0 for them? 4-0. Wow, okay, fair enough. 4-0. Cengiz says PSV scored. Ricardo Pepi. Penalty. 1-1 in that game. But yeah, just need to hold on for another 3 minutes. Gakpo. Where did 66 learn to defend? He didn't know how to do that before. Gakpo was through on goal, but 66 actually did a bit of defending. Three minutes left. Yeah, Vinicius' head is gone. Anytime he gets the ball, he completely messes it up. And then kind of cries and complains to the referee. Keep it tight. Don't miss headers like that, Konate. I know you want to play for this team next year, but put on good performance. Okay, Konate gets the ball back. Oh, Jesus. Like I know you want to keep the ball, but if you keep the ball for too long, you're gonna lose it, and then Real Madrid are gonna attack. Sometimes attack is the best form of defense. I mean, Konate doing good, thinking he's Joe Matip. Gakpo. Chiesa. Courtois comes running out. Yeah, Courtois is just too tall for his own good, man. Bellingham to 66. 66 out wide. 66 with the terrible cross. What are you doing? Does he not know how to kick a ball? Awful ball by 66. What is wrong with this guy? I mean, is he even Champions League quality? Vinicius has gone down. Get up. All you do is cry. All you do is moan. Chiesa with a nice bit of play. Come on, Gakpo. Pass it to Gakpo. Oh, poor pass by Salah. Gakpo should have been through there. If Salah's angle was a bit more wide, Gakpo would have had a one-on-one. But yes, Chiesa, take your shoes off. Run down the clock. Alonso can complain, but you only have yourself to complain about. Wyszynski is back. There's only probably a minute left. Alonso's getting booked. Is Alonso getting booked? Is this the second time Slot has beat Alonso? Or is this the first time? It was last year. Was Ancelotti last year? Might have been. I can't remember. Fish says we lost. Who's the we? As in Fulham? Or Gornick? Full time. That's game. A failed return A failed return for 66, who did absolutely nothing. Went to Madrid, came back, got booed. Misplaced a few passes and helped his team lose. So, hope he enjoyed his first class flight to England. He can take the next flight back to Spain. I'm looking forward to watching the booing back with actual volume. But we'll take that. We'll take that. As I said, season's just starting. It's just starting. So that should get Liverpool a fair amount up the table. Fingers crossed. Reluctant Gamer says great result. Damn right. Great result. Great result. Great result and great performance. Like sometimes you can get the result and kind of not deserve it. But I thought the performance was really good. Everybody looked up for it. Everyone looked alive. Everyone looked motivated. And everyone was saying Liverpool season is over in October. And I was like, what the F are you lot talking about? It's October. We got Christmas yet in 2 months. And then you can start assessing. But yeah, Liverpool up to 6th in the table, which is positive. Hughes needed that win. Yeah, 100%. Needed the win and also needed a good performance. Like, I didn't want a win whereby we played rubbish, but we like sneak a lucky goal. Like, I didn't want that. I wanted like a good performance, and it was only 1-0, but it was good. It was good. The way Courtois bent over to talk to Salah, yeah. That's giant problems, I guess. As Jeffrey puts it there. I think that's a good description. Well-oiled machine, yeah. That's the thing. It didn't feel like a lucky win. Like Liverpool seemed like the better team, the more motivated team, the fitter team, the more aggressive team. So I'm super happy with that. Diaz nearly costing this Bayern team, says Reluctant Gamer. Is that still going, the 2-1? Diaz scored 2 goals but got sent off. But I think they might hold on. Did Isak? Nah, Isak's not. Isak's been injured the past. Isak's been injured the past few games. And the thing is, they're not revealing the extent of the injury, which is a bit weird. But yeah, Isak was not even on the bench today and was also not on the bench the last game. Mayank says, hi, how are you, Mayank? Hope you are good. Hope you enjoyed the game. Yeah, as Jeffrey says, they were on fire. They were hungry. Yeah, and they wanted it. Like they wanted the result. It wasn't a lucky result. It was a good performance. And given that kind of losing run of, yeah, what's I presume people will be getting off slots back now. I think maybe he's brought himself a bit more time, but yeah, I think after the run of kind of losing to Galatasaray, losing to United, losing to Palace, losing to somebody else I can't even remember, it's a good two wins on the row. It's a good way to turn that around. The next game is City, which will be the hardest one, but the hard one, Villa, they've won that. The harder one, Madrid at home, they won that. The hardest one is on Sunday, so let's see what happens there. 3 minutes left is there in that. Let me see if I can put it on here. 2-1, 3 minutes left. Yeah, I think they'll probably hold on, but I'll see what happens. Dawood says a win is a win. Yeah, especially against Madrid. That is that is true. But yeah, for me, I'm just like happy with the performance. Like it didn't feel like a lucky win or like a sneaky win or anything like that. Like Liverpool were the better team. Mbappe couldn't breathe. Mbappe couldn't breathe because Conor Bradley was on him all game. So that proves, I think, that Conor Bradley's last game against Mbappe, where he had his number, it proves that was not a fluke because Conor Bradley did it again. Take care, Jonathan. Have a nice evening. Oh yeah, Brentford. Yeah, I'd blocked that loss from my mind because it involved Jordan Bryan Henderson. But yeah, it's good. It's good that they've turned the corner. It's good that they've turned the corner from all those losses. Yeah, City would be the toughest one. Yeah, so Aston Villa is tough. Yeah, it's a tough game. Madrid is tougher, which is what we had today. But yeah, Man City away, that's going to be the toughest one, especially because it's away. And especially the form that Haaland's in right now. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know if I'd take a draw yet. I haven't thought about it, but it will be a tough game. Liverpool and Slot still got to prove two wins isn't enough. End of December better, and we see where the Premier League stands with Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. Yeah, I think Christmas. I think Christmas is the kind of best indicator. A lot of people seem to be drawing conclusions from October that Liverpool are rubbish, Arsenal are gonna walk the league, and I'm like, guys, we've literally had like 1 or 2 months. We're not even at Christmas yet. Let's see kind of where things stand at Christmas time before people kind of overreact. Snus says, who the F is Mbappe and Vinny Jr. dude? I don't know, like this Vinny, is it Vinny Jr.? Something like that? Like, I think that's the guy that was in like Conor Bradley's pocket, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, Conor Bradley's pocket was bigger than usual, so I think this Vinicius guy might have been in there. And the other one, Mbappe, is that what I don't know who that is. Whoever that is, he certainly was not playing today. So yeah, super happy with that. Can't lie. Yeah, Bradley had an amazing performance, which hopefully made 66's day even worse. Fingers crossed. Again, I have it muted, so I don't know how badly he got booed, but I'm looking forward to playing it back later. Haaland is only one player, but he's a very good player. But yeah, we'll worry about the City game later. I think today we've got plenty of reasons to be happy about that performance. Tom says kind of holds down Vinny. Yeah, like Vinny couldn't breathe. Like genuine, and like he tried his little kind of temper tantrum, like, oh my god, oh, I'm holding my face, oh, like he tried all that, but like Bradley just laughed at him. And there were so many times when Vinicius thought he was through, but Bradley would slide in with a tackle. Would Bradley be your man of the match? Probably a good choice if he is. Yeah, Bayern held on for the 2-1. So 2 Luis Diaz goals, but yeah, they've held on for that. Jeffrey says Liverpool have turned a corner. Yeah. I'm starting to think that as well. When it's just one win, like just the one win versus Villa, you can say, okay, maybe it's just a one-off. Like the one win against Frankfurt, you're like, okay, maybe it's just a one-off. But I think to get 2 wins, as you said, it feels like they've turned the corner from like a confidence perspective, from a mentality perspective. I suspect a lot of the issues they were facing were probably mental, as in they were in their heads. So a couple of wins can give good confidence. Snus says McAllister owns this Real Madrid team. Yeah, it was a nice header. It was a funny goal. Like, so it was a Szoboszlai free kick, and the Real Madrid defenders, they were kind of doubling up on Ekitike, because like Ekitike is 6'4", but in doubling up on Ekitike, they just left McAllister free. And I was like, how are you letting McAllister score? He's like 3'6", but if you leave him free in the box, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, as kind of Tom says, Connor had a really good performance today. I'm not sure on the ratings, but he'll probably be man of the match. Reluctant Gamer says Haaland's the best goal scorer in the world. City are lucky to have such a player. Yeah, the thing is with Haaland's one of those, and what makes him dangerous is he can do absolutely nothing for 80 minutes. but he never falls asleep. Like, he's always awake. So even if he's doing nothing for 80 minutes, like 86 minute, he'll pop up, get a goal like it's nothing. That's what makes him dangerous, I think. So yeah, he's a bit of a concern. Let's put it that way. Yeah, convincing win. As we were saying, not just 3 points for the Champions League table, but an encouraging performance, attacking performance full of energy. And this is what we want to see. Tom would give Bradley man of the match. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think he had a really good performance. If it was 2 years ago, and you didn't have Bradley, but you had 66 instead, would he do the same against Vinicius? Probably not. So I think that shows how good a performance Bradley had. Connor showed put Mbappe against me, no problem. You want to put Vinicius on me now? Nah, no problemo. Yeah. He basically handled kind of absolutely everything that was thrown at him, really, really well. So yeah, definitely kind of man of the match for me. Especially kind of before the game, like naturally you'd be a bit worried, like, okay, Real Madrid have got Vinicius, they've got Mbappe, and Liverpool have got a right back who still is quite young and doesn't have much experience. How's he gonna do? Turns out he did pretty amazing. Darren says Man City will beat Liverpool. It's possible. It's possible. I can't lie. Especially with kind of Man City being at home, and especially with the players that Man City have. But the flip side is it's good to see Liverpool start to come into a good vein of form. It's good to see Liverpool get a bit of confidence. It's good to see Liverpool play with a bit of energy. It's good to see Liverpool play with a bit of aggression. So I'd say I'm more confident now than I was it a week ago? You know, a week ago when they'd lost 4 or 5 games in a row, I was very worried then. Now, like, naturally, Man City, like, in the betting odds, are probably still the favourites, but I think Liverpool have a better chance now than they did maybe a week ago. So that's so it's good. It's good to see them turning the corner, at the very least. Connor laughs all the way to the bank now. Who's the next guy you will 1-on-1 versus me? Yeah. Who is it going to be? Maybe Doku or somebody? Who knows? Could be Doku. But yeah, it's good performance, and it should give him a bit of confidence as well. And what is interesting about Conor Bradley is he's developing physically quite quick. Like, I swear he's like half a foot taller. Like, he's half a foot taller than he was when he kind of joined the team. So he does seem to have grown taller a bit. And his frame looks a bit bigger as well. It looks a bit more muscular. So he's adding to the physical side, which I think you need in the Premier League. So yeah, hopefully if he can put a run of kind of games together, especially with Frimpong being injured, hopefully he can nail that spot down. Charlotte says, what's your favorite type of pizza? To be honest, there's no bad type of pizza, but just don't put pineapple on it. Then we're good. I hope Liverpool win City on the weekend. Me too. I am nervous. I can't lie. If it was at Anfield, I'd be less nervous. But I'm a bit nervous. But that's days away. That's days away. We'll worry about that later. Salah to score and get a draw against City. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a draw. Salah seems to be getting his confidence back as well, which is good. I mean, let's not forget, it was maybe a week ago where kind of so-called fans were absolutely slating him online, saying absolutely kind of nasty things about him. And I think we forget sometimes these people, yeah, they earn a lot of money, but they are still human beings. They still have feelings. They still have mental health. So maybe that affected him negatively. And now hopefully that leads to him having a good performance versus City. I thought he did quite good today. Wasn't the best performance ever, but still quite good. Almost got an assist for Gakpo. So he's starting to find his form again. If Liverpool play at their best, they will win. City are up and down past couple of years. Yes, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think it is also there's like I think generally speaking, the teams they are quite close. And I think within these games there is maybe a degree of luck. There is a degree of luck to a certain degree. Like the ball could just like fall to Haaland in the best opportunity, and he could kind of smack it in before you know it. But yeah, I think if Liverpool are on song and they have confidence, I think they can at least put in a very good performance. A win might be me being too greedy, but a draw, I think a draw is certainly possible. And if I mean a win's not impossible. So if a win does happen, I'm sure we'll be very happy. Yeah, I just find it weird. So many people was it last stream or the stream before? They were saying the season's finished. Arsenal are going to win the league, and I was like, what? It's October. Like you literally have 2 whole months of football until you reach Christmas, and Christmas is also not a guarantee of what the table looks like at the end of the year. I think you can only really make definitive conclusions around March time, maybe. So yeah, there's a long way to go. Arsenal will drop points. Arsenal will get injuries. Man City will drop points. Man City will get injuries. There's ages to go. Even Salah had the left back on straw. Yes, he got Salah a few times, but letting Salah have fun time is hilarious. Yeah, my favourite Salah moment was maybe towards the end of the game where I thought that he kind of lost his opportunity to pass the ball. I was like, why didn't you pass it? Why didn't you pass it? But he kept the ball and he still kind of made the left back fall over, and he still managed to get a cross into Gakpo, who should have scored. Darren says they got Donnarumma in goal. City. Yeah, he's Donnarumma is like another one of those keepers who's absolutely massive. Like he's probably similar height to Courtois. And the difficulty is like the taller a goalkeeper is, the harder it is to beat them. So Donnarumma will be tough to beat. But to be fair, I do think Courtois is a better goalkeeper than Donnarumma. Like Courtois maybe a 10 out of 10. Donnarumma's maybe like an 8, 9 out of 10. So he will be tough. He will be tough to beat, I think. Yeah. Bradley tamed them both, yeah. man of the match performance. It's especially funny that in the game where 66 comes back, you know, for his big homecoming, in that game where he comes back, that's the exact game where his replacement has a man of the match performance. Like you just couldn't write it if you think about it. Like of all the players that 66 would want to have a man of the match, his replacement would be the one that he would not want to have a good performance. So it's just kind of funny that his replacement had a man of the match performance on the day of his homecoming. So it just makes his homecoming even more depressing for him and even funnier for us. Short Kings to save the day. I mean, he certainly saved the day today. I mean, how tall is actually McAllister? I mean, he's probably not actually that short, but just in a team full of giants, he looks pretty short. McAllister height 1.76 meters. That means nothing to me. What's that in feet? He's 5'9". I mean, he's not much shorter than me, so I should probably stop calling him 3'6" if I'm like 5'10" and he's 5'9". But yeah, it's good. It's good performance from him, and that's another thing. Like McAllister has not seemed fit the entire season, and even in that kind of losing run, he didn't seem fully fit. But in the Villa game, suddenly he was fine, and in today's game, again suddenly he was fine, and not just fine, he was he was really good. So yeah, I'm hoping he's starting to find kind of fitness now, Because again, remember at the start of the season, in that game that I went to, McAllister was playing with the youth players. He wasn't playing with the seniors. And since then, I've had an eye on him. Like, when is McAllister going to properly get into the team? So it's taken about 2 months or 3 months. But yeah, hopefully he's going to start playing every game now. Tom says, a tireless performance from Szoboszlai. Yeah, Szoboszlai is very good as well. I'd maybe say Szoboszlai is starting to become the most important player maybe in the team. I feel like when Szoboszlai plays well, the whole team plays well. But if Szoboszlai doesn't play well or Szoboszlai isn't there, then the team's not so good. So yeah, we'll have to hope that he stays fit. Waka says Arsenal is your nightmare. Arsenal are nobody's nightmare, unfortunately. Nobody is worried about Arsenal. Just to burst the bubble. I'm worried about City. Slightly worried about Chelsea, but Arsenal will do what they always do, which is start off strong, and then they'll get a couple of injuries, and then they'll lose a few games, and then mentally they can't cope with losing games. And then from then on, they'll sink down the table, and then they'll start blaming the Cronkies, blaming the weather, blaming the referees, and then the same cycle that do every single year is going to happen again. So this is the Arsenal cycle. First half of the season, we're overconfident, we're the best, we're going to win everything, even though we won absolutely nothing for 20 years. That's the first half of the season. Second half of the season, when reality hits, it's the Cronkies' fault. It's the referee's fault. It's the weather's fault. It's just the same. It's just the same cycle every single year. I don't know why you're deluding yourself. We will have City for brunch. Yeah, maybe for lunch because it's at 4:30. But yeah, I take the point. Darren says, what game did you go to? The last one was a pre-season game. It was a double header. Bilbao versus Liverpool. The good thing about that game was for one ticket, you got 2 games. So there was a 5 o'clock kickoff and there was an 8 o'clock kickoff. And what I found really weird about that is the 5 o'clock kickoff was the B team, but McAllister was playing in the B team. Whereas the seniors were playing at 8 o'clock. So I was like, is McAllister not fully fit? So since then, like, I've had my eye on him because when I was watching him, I was like, this guy's not fit. And to be fair, he wasn't fit, but the point is now he's starting to get fit, which is pretty good to see. Snu says they'll bottle the league. Yeah, it's the same pattern every single year. Before Christmas, overconfidence, we're the best, even though we've won nothing for 20 years. And even though half these people have not been alive to see Arsenal win a trophy, it's just overconfidence, and delusion. First half, and then second half, when reality hits, it's the Cronkies' fault, it's the referee's fault, it's the fault of how the earth is rotating around the sun, it's the fault of everything apart from Mikel Arteta. The thing is, if they were to get rid of Arteta, then I'd be worried. But that's another problem with Arsenal. As soon as they start getting ahead, they then start reverting to super defensive football because he's too worried to lose. And once you get too worried to lose, I feel like that mentality seeks into the players, and then they just end up doing nothing. Darren says, have you been to any games? Yeah, the last one I went to was the Bilbao game. They sent me an email about not the raffle, what is it? What's it called? The raffle is the wrong word, but the draw that they do to get tickets. So I've entered that. I don't know if I'll get any tickets. To be honest, I'm not fussed if I don't. But I've entered it anyway. The ballot, yeah. They sent me the ballot email, so hopefully I get 1 or 2 tickets. If I don't, not the end of the world. I feel the opposite. If you have Gravenberch, that's on point. We are winning if Gravenberch is gone or having a bad game. Yeah. Gravenberch is key as well. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai is key, which is interesting. Like, because they haven't been around for too long, but they're already starting to become kind of key players. which is pretty good. Reluctant Gamer recognizes Wake. Was it Zame that you recognized the other day? Yeah, Sabazlai's got that captain energy about him. Like he's confident, but he's not overconfident, and he's willing to sacrifice himself for the team. Like when he was playing right back, I think a lot of players wouldn't do that, but that shows like a level of maturity. Number one, and yeah, I'd say the defensive side of his game as well. That shows that he carries responsibility for his team. That he'll also get back and defend. And again, it's a really unfair comparison. It's a really unjust comparison. But there's elements that kind of remind you of it being Gerrard-ish. Again, it's a really unfair, ridiculous comparison. But I think you know what I mean. Cherry Drop says Liverpool were great. Yeah, they did really good. And again, it's not just about the win. I think it's also about how they won, and the performance they put in. I think that in many ways was kind of more encouraging to me. Sabo is doing great, regardless if we lose or win. It just shows how much he does for the team. Yeah, it shows how much he does for the team, and I think we miss him when he's not there. Oh yeah, the ball is too round. It's a conspiracy. It's the Cronkies. It's I don't know. I saw a bird on the way to work this morning, and it was a crow, and that was unlucky. It's like, again, it's the same pattern. It's like the same pattern every year, which is why I just don't worry about them. To be honest, I'm more worried about City. Again, I was saying this the other day. I'm more worried about City. I know Arsenal are top, but the table in November, October, well, to be honest, not really November, but the table at the start of November means nothing because there's 3 points between like 2nd and 15th. And even if Arsenal are 7 points ahead, draw 1 or 2 games and very soon that's nothing. They say London is red. London has a good 10 colours. Yeah, London is absolutely not red. I said Dom is the new 007. Do you mean in terms of him not getting many goals or assists? I mean he's got a few goals, to be fair. He scored a goal the other day, and he scored against Arsenal. So it might just be me missing the reference there. Yeah, ballot. I was like, is it a raffle? It's not a raffle. To be honest, it is kind of a raffle. But yeah, the ballot, yeah. So they send these emails around like twice a year. Select the games that you're available for. I just select all of them. I've never been successful before in the ballot. I don't expect to be successful this time. If I am, great. If not, no problem. I mean, I don't even know if I'll be here during the games, but I just enter it anyway. Yeah, Arsenal, I'm not even slightly worried about. And the weird thing is, like, they always seem to want people to be worried about them. Like, they'll come and tell you, "Oh, you're really worried about us," and I'm like, no. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not, and I can't. It's the way I feel. I can't change the way I feel. I'm not even slightly concerned about Arsenal. Do you think Liverpool can win the Premier League this year? I do. I do think Liverpool can win it. I do think Chelsea can win it. I do think Arsenal can win it. I do think City can win it. I think it's still basically the start of November. 75% of the league has been unplayed. And I don't know how you can make a definitive conclusion of 25% of data. It's worried. That's bizarre. That's not how you do data analysis. Did you see Jabi thought putting Rodrigo on the field would do something? Yeah, it did absolutely nothing. He thought putting 66 on the field would do nothing. It did nothing as well. Pretty says Liverpool are back. Indeed they are. Would it be safe to say it was a pretty performance? I mean, I'm pretty happy with the performance, can't lie. Yeah, only people worried about Arsenal is Arsenal, yeah. And they seem to get irritated like when other people don't take them seriously. Like, have you know, like if you ever go for a walk outside, right? Like I go for walks outside like 2-3 times a day, and sometimes people are like walking their dogs, and it's like it's the tiniest little dog. It's like the tiniest little chihuahua or like little dash hound. But as you walk past, you're like, and it's like, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, I wouldn't do this, but I could literally kick you 4 meters away. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing. That's kind of what Arsenal remind me of. It's like nobody's scared of you. Like, just so I'll just, you know, politely laugh and walk past, get on with my day. Yeah, as we were saying, like it's only 25% of the league has been played. 75%, which is the overwhelming majority, has not been played. I don't know how you can make meaningful conclusions of 25% of data. If you were I don't know, if you were releasing a product, if you were releasing an iPhone or a laptop, and you say to your boss, you've done research on 25% of the market and you've ignored 75% of it, but we're still going to release the product, you'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you need to get a better idea. That doesn't necessarily mean you do 100%, because that'll probably take forever, but conclusions based off limited data is wild. I think Liverpool or City will win, says a reluctant gamer. I agree. They know how to win. They've got the mentality. They've got the experience. They know how to go through rough patches and then come out of it, as Liverpool are showing. But do Arsenal have that mental strength? Ranis says, damn, Madrid lost, we will be back. Yeah, you will. I mean, you're doing kind of good in La Liga. You'll do good in the Champions League as well, to be honest. Peace says, how did you feel about Flo's performance today? He did well. He was playing on the left hand side instead of centrally, which, to be honest, in some ways kind of suited him more, because I feel like if you're in the middle of the pitch, there's more players around you, because there's players on the right hand side, there's players on the left hand side, there's players ahead of you, there's players behind you. So I feel like if he's in the middle, there's more players around him. Whereas if he's on the left, he's more isolated, there's less players around him, which gives him more space. So yeah, I thought he played well. Was he absolutely amazing? No. I think Bradley was the man of the match, but he played well. And hopefully he can continue to play and get a bit more confidence. Gyökeres is out until the end of the international break. Oh, wow. Interesting. Is that an injury he got today then? Was it versus Sparta Prague or somebody? But okay, interesting. Let's see how Arsenal cope with injuries. Jeffrey says, I think he's the main man on the field for the Reds. Is this Szoboszlai? For me, Szoboszlai feels like the main guy, because number one, he's the engine, and that's not to say other people are not the engine, but Szoboszlai is the engine, and he also does the defensive work, and he also takes free kicks, and he also takes corners. Like, he just does so much. Maybe he's not 10 out of 10 at any one thing, but you can say he's 8 out of 10 at multiple things. And sometimes you need that. The little dogs are the worst. I have a pit bull terrier and he's the biggest baby. Yeah, that's Arsenal. Like, they will yeah, there's quite a few like dogs around here when I go for walks. One woman's got like a Shiba, which I think is like a Japanese dog, which I find quite amusing, because the Shiba just seems happy to be here. But yeah, there is one like little one that kind of barks at me, and I'm like, to be honest, I just laugh and I just walk past. But yeah, that would be Arsenal. It's like, please be scared of me. I'm like, I'm not scared. I'm just gonna walk past. Oh, Burnley was it that he got that injury? Interesting. Okay, we'll have to wait and see how Arsenal cope with that. Jeffrey says, cheers, no worries. Oh, the time is still going. Yeah, I see. I should stop that because then people will say, is the match still going on? It's not still going on. Thank you for that. That has been corrected. Can Robertson still handle 40 plus games? I mean, he can handle, yes. But can he play 40 plus games at a high enough standard? I think that's probably the more important question. To be honest, probably not. Because you can argue he played a lot of games last season, and a lot of those games, certainly towards the end, it did not feel like he was performing at a high standard, which is probably why they decided to invest in Kerkez, and it's probably why Kerkez started the season as a starting left back, but given various reasons, he's now out the team. So I don't think Robertson will handle 40 plus games. Hopefully he doesn't need to. Hopefully Kerkez having a bit of time out of the team does him good, and Robertson and Kerkez can hopefully split the load to the point where Robertson doesn't have to play kind of too many games, because that's not ideal. But what I will say is, as Robertson's got back into the team, he seems to be performing really well. To be honest, he's playing better. He's playing better than what Kerkez was playing. So we'll have to keep an eye on it regarding kind of where that goes. Ikram says, Vert, Sabazlai or Jones? I'll be honest, for me right now, it's Sabazlai. For me, he feels like the most important player in the team. If Sabazlai is not there, you notice, because he's the engine. He does the defensive work. So he's the engine, number one. He does the defensive work, number two. He takes free kicks, that's number 3. He takes corners, that's number 4. He has long shots on goal, which is number 5. And quite often, Sabazlai's long shots on goal are the only shots you get. And number 6, like I've run out of fingers, but number 6, he also deputizes at right back if needed. So he's probably the most important player, if I'm honest. So I'd probably say Sabazlai 1. Maybe Verts 2, Jones 3, but we'll have to see where it goes. Do you like the pace of the game? Yeah, it was good. It was a good pace. Liverpool were on top. Liverpool were pressing high, but they were not pressing high the entire game. Like, they were also kind of sitting back when they needed to, and they were pressing when they were needed to. So there was intelligence to the pressing. It wasn't just running around like headless chickens. They got the win. They played better, so I'd say the pace of the game was pretty much bang on. Beckham is now a sir. Yeah, I saw that today. I saw that, and he gave like a speech. And he was like, "This knighthood shows how much I love my country." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't even live here. You don't." I swear he lives in LA or something. I was like, "You don't live here by choice." Or is it Miami because of Inter Miami? I don't know, but yeah. Kind of maybe scraping the bottom of the barrel because in terms of footballing achievements, but it is what it is. I mean, Gareth Southgate got one not too long ago. David Beckham got one. I think maybe we should give one to Conor Bradley very soon. Surely Conor Bradley is the next one in line. Rank these goalkeepers for clean sheets. Reina, Alisson, Dudek, Mignolet. Alisson number 1, Reina number 2. I'll be honest, Dudek's my earliest memory of a keeper who I used to always be worried to see. I know Dudek, Champions League final 2005, very good. But Dudek, I used to always be paranoid about. So I'd probably go Alisson, Reina, Mignolet, Dudek. I think that's probably fair, all things considered. But yeah, anyway, it's 10:30. It's past my bedtime. Luckily, I don't have work tomorrow, which is why I'm here a bit later. But yeah, I'll probably be back maybe on Saturday because there's Spurs Man United. So maybe on Saturday if I'm at home. But if not, then Sunday, where we will watch Liverpool batter City. where Liverpool will batter City to a 1-1 draw. So that's probably where I'll be back. But you'll see when I create the thumbnail. But anyways, I am off now, probably to watch a movie. I don't know what I will watch, but I will tell you about it the next time. But anyway, guys, have a nice evening / afternoon. And yeah, see you guys on the weekend. Take care.